About 10 years ago, I was living it up. I had that little beautiful girl over there in my stomach at the time. I was 8 months pregnant. And I had a wonderful husband who was just diagnosed with a brain tumor. So that kind of put a damper on my life. And I was caring for a terminally ill gentleman for about 4 years. I had her, so I was dealing with an infant in my life. So it kind of created this series of events where I had to make a cross country move because I needed to find a different type of job. I used to sail on ships, so I couldn't do that with a sick husband and a little baby that I needed to care for. So I came back to Houston, started to work into a new job, and so all these new things, new things were happening in my life. I was extremely tired. The cancer won. It took my husband about 6 years ago, unfortunately. And so I was on an airplane and I was paging through the airline magazine and I saw an ad from the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. And it said, do you want to get your life back? And I'm like, of course, I want to get my life back. I had a great life going. And so those words kind of just jumped off the page at me. And so I went online the minute I got off the plane and I read the testimonials that are there from some of the guests. And I kept feeling like, well, that's me. That person is just like me. And so I took action. Taking action leads you to where you need to be next. And so I came and I had a consultation and I met Dr. Ellsworth, who is lovely. And, he told me about some of the programs that are offered here. There's bioidentical hormones. There are other therapy programs for hypothyroidism. There are supplements, and they have testing for allergies and things like that. So there's this whole array, and one of the newer things is they're talking about detoxification. So not only are there different perspectives in health, there's a lot of new knowledge you may not be aware of. There's a community of people that gather together and come to things like this, and it just keeps building and building and building, and people's lives get better because of it. So some of the benefits and some of the real results that I had, I initially started with the bioidentical hormones, and I wanted to kind of separate some of the treatments. I didn't want to take everything at once. So bioidentical hormones allowed me to get this incredible amount of energy all of a sudden in about 1 month. My energy was shooting through the roof. People were even commenting and saying, wow, what's going on with you? I looked different. I felt different. I think I was a better employee and a better mom, a better sister, better everything in the world. And because I changed my energy level, things around me were starting to change as well. And I had new knowledge about how I can make those changes. And then about 2 months after that, I said, because it was summertime, I kind of wanted to take the summer off and have a little fun, eat whatever I wanted. But 2 months after bioidentical hormones, I decided to do the yeast-free eating program. And, I was a pretty disciplined eater, but this took me to a whole new level because now I had the information, I had the knowledge about how exactly to eat. And all of a sudden, my body became a machine. I don't necessarily eat for pleasure. I eat to make myself well and to operate like a well-oiled machine. And I do cheat a lot of times around the holidays or special events. And, that's my time of year to just kind of let go. But as a result of the yeast-free eating, I lost 20 pounds in a few months. I went from a size 10 to a size 6, and I feel great. And people noticed again. They're like, wow, she looks different. And, they couldn't quite put their finger on it. And I said, hey, I'm doing bioidentical hormones. I'm also doing yeast-free eating, which wasn't very hard for me. It's mostly a paleo diet, meats and vegetables, and cutting out all other things. And I don't consider it a diet. I consider it my lifestyle. And then just recently, I started doing a lot of detoxing, some juicing, things like that. And so because of the knowledge here with the radio show, Dr. Hotze's on TV frequently, and also all the tools and resources that are available to everyone on the website, not just the guests, you keep investigating new ways to become well, like really well. And because my wellness started here inside of me, It's allowed it to propagate outside of me as well in all areas of my life, from finances to my spiritual life, to my relationships, to my mental abilities, to my physical abilities. And so, starting inside, all of a sudden, there's this wave of energy that spills out onto others. And you can start as an individual and it spills out to your family, to your coworkers, to your community, and then to the world. And it's really cool. You'll meet people just like me here that'll have the same story because we started with a choice, a healthy choice. After I started doing the program, within 6 months, my hair started growing. Those were some of the symptoms. My hair was falling out because I had all this stress of my life going on. I had itchy skin. I didn't sleep very well with an infant and a terminally ill person in my bed. And so my digestive tract is very happy these days. Every day I'm thankful for that one thing. But those are all results of making that choice to better my health here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. And so I feel a lot younger. People are always asking me what I do, and really, it's not hard. It requires a lot of my discipline, which I'm good at to begin with. It requires commitment. It requires a little bit of planning. I have to plan my meals. I just can't go grab something off of the shelf. And it requires diligence every day. Do I want to eat chips? Do I want to eat chocolate? Do I want to do all that stuff? I would love to. I choose not to. But, like I said, I cheat once in a while and I get away with it. But then I cinch down and I return back to what I know allows my body to act like a machine. And I don't know, I'm just so thankful to have finally found this place. So if it jumped out at you off of a page, off of a web page, off of a phone call, off of a friend who bounced it over to you, why don't you consider it? There's an array of programs that we have to offer here at the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. And I'm here today because I want you to be standing up here one day and to tell your story. We all have our stories. And, mine actually has a happy ending after starting as a tragedy. Sometimes you have to be broken in order to find the gift in what it is in life, what life brings to you. So I'm no longer broken. I'm in good working order, and I thank Dr. Hotze every day for enriching my life.